I want to tell you a story today that I guarantee will change your life forever if you let it. And this story is about how to get over failure. Many years ago, there was a famous magician who was performing in Las Vegas. And one day he had a terrible accident. He was performing one of his death-defying stunts and something went terribly wrong. The audience watched in horror as this daredevil magician was supposed to pull a rabbit out of his hat, and the rabbit pulled out a gun and shot the magician right in front of everybody. Can you imagine the horror of that moment? Well, they rushed him to the hospital. They gave him emergency surgery. He survived, but he never performed again. His career was over. Years later, this former magician was interviewed and asked, what was the most difficult part about that? He said, failure is not the worst thing that can happen to you. Failure is redirection. It simply means that what you were doing was not the right way to pursue your goal. Let's think about that for a second. Failure is not the worst thing that can happen to you. Failure is not even a bad thing. Failure is simply redirection. It simply means that what you were doing was not the right way to pursue your goal. There are 3 wrong directions in life that people go in when they experience failure. First direction is quit. People quit their dreams. They quit their goals. They quit on their potential. Second direction people go in is they blame somebody else for their failure. And the third direction is they just keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, expecting a different result. All 3 of those are wrong directions. So where do you go when you experience failure? You must pick yourself up and you must try something else. You have to redirect your steps because failure is not the worst thing that can happen to you. Failure is redirection. Now, if you are experiencing a failure right now, I need you to hear this. The reason you haven't achieved your goal yet is because you haven't discovered the right method to achieve that goal. I don't know what your goal is. I don't know what you're trying to achieve, but I do know that there is a method to achieve everything. There's a technique to get everything done. You just haven't found it yet. So don't quit. Quitting is not the answer. Keep trying, but try something new. Try a new approach. Try a new technique. Go after it in a different way. But don't blame anyone. Don't blame yourself. Don't blame someone else. And don't just keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, expecting a different result. That's insanity. You see, Thomas Edison didn't become famous for inventing the light bulb. He became famous for inventing the method to mass-produce the light bulb. That's why we celebrate him today, because he found a method to bring electricity to the entire world. Most people fail at something, and then they just keep doing that thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. They never take the time to invent the method. They just try to wing it. If you want to be successful at something, you've got to find the method, the technique, the approach to getting it done. Maybe you're trying to get in shape. Find a good workout program. Find a trainer. Find a good nutrition plan and stick to it. Maybe you're trying to improve your relationships. Find a good coach. Find some good books on relationships and just immerse yourself in that material until you get it right. Maybe you're trying to make more money. Find a good mentor. Find some good books on making money. Immerse yourself in that until you get it right. Whatever it is that you're pursuing, you've got to immerse yourself in the material. You've got to immerse yourself in the process until you find the method. And once you find the method, you have to follow it exactly. Follow it exactly. Most people, when they fail, they go in one of 3 directions. They quit. They blame, or they repeat the same behavior. Where are you going to go? You're going to pick yourself up. You're going to dust yourself off and you're going to try something else. Failure is not the worst thing that can happen to you. Failure is redirection. It simply means that what you were doing was not the right way to pursue your goal.